Here we go on three, two, one. Another inhale, biggest inhale. You're able to muster on three, two, one. One more. Three, two, one. Ah. Chapter 5. This is actually take two because it was like 8 minutes. I said, wait, we didn't start the party yet. No, like people didn't come here for that. You come here to read. Let me not tell you about other things, okay? um, God. No, I said Afro today. I chose Thursday because we went to a business event. It's here in the Bronx, open to anybody who I'm here in Brooklyn now, but it's in the Bronx and it's open to anybody who wants to get support with their business endeavors, legal support, financial, mentors, anything. Like they're the whole squad. And they do it, they does this, so there'll be other opportunities. But that's going on there for them in the Bronx SBDC or the Bronx Business Solution. I'll drop the link in the comments so you feel free to register. And I'll see you there if you buy that live. And there's a business expo too at the end of the month as well. And I went and got all my spring clothes from storage. So I'm very grateful for that. Shout out to Goddess Cat. I love her store. You know, bestest clothes for the bestest prices. So, all right, here we go. Chapter 5. Mental healings in modern times. Everyone is definitely concerned with the healing of bodily conditions and human affairs. What is it that heals? Where is this healing power? These are questions asked by everyone. The answer is that this healing power is in the subconscious mind of each person. And a changed mental attitude on the part of the sick person releases or let goes emits the frequency of this healing power. No mental or religious science practitioner, psychologist, psychiatrist, or medical doctor ever healed a patient. I mean, the audacity, right? There is an old saying, the doctor dresses the wound, but God heals it, aka source. The psychologist or psychiatrist proceeds to remove the mental blocks in the patient so that the healing principle may be released. We're pausing with the release order. Thanks to Tia Claudia. So that the healing principle may be emitted, restoring the patient to health. Likewise, the surgeon removes the physical block, enabling the healing currents to function normally. No physician, surgeon, or mental science practitioner claims that they healed the patient. The one healing power is called by many names: nature, life, God, source, creative intelligence, and subconscious power. And Allah and Buddha, and there's a couple of more Ahs out there. Right? As previously outlined, there are many different methods used to remove the mental, emotional, and physical blocks, which inhibit the flow of healing life principle animating all of us, which inhibits the flow of the healing life principle animating all of us. The healing principle is resident and it's animating us through what? Through the breath of life. The healing principle resident in your subconscious mind can and will, if properly directed by you or someone else, heal your mind and body of all disease. This healing principle is operative in all men, regardless of creed, color, or race, and all people. Brothers, you do not have to belong to some particular church in order to use the participant to use and participate in this healing process. He's tired. I'm awake. I'm energized. My energy is increasing. God, pass the card, baby. I would tell him and tell her I don't do secrets, but everything is open here, so I can't keep my secrets. Your subconscious will heal the burn or cut on your hand, even though you profess to be an atheist or agnostic. Banana dog. My favorite song from Chuck E. Cheese is song title, hands down. All right, the modern mental therapeutic procedure is based on the truth that the infinite intelligence and power of your subconscious mind responds according to your faith. The mental science practitioner or minister follows the instruction of the Bible, meaning he goes into his closet and shuts the door, which means he stills the mind, relaxes, let let's go, and thinks of the infinite healing presence within him. He closes the door of his mind to all outside distractions as well as appearances. Over his request. Oh, super. That tiredness got me. Hold on. Yeah. It's your brother, Mayani. I probably. I wanted to come back from my head. Wah, let's get it. All right. So the modern mental therapeutic procedure is based on truth that the infinite intelligence and the power of your subconscious mind responds according to your faith. The mental science practitioner or minister follows the injunction of the Bible, i.e., he goes into his closet and shuts the door, which means he stills his mind, relaxes, lets go, and thinks of the infinite healing presence within him or around him or beside him or whatever, right? I heard. They close the door of their mind to all outside distractions as well as appearances, right? In a business, in God's name, you can walk, right? It's not business and about nothing else except for its faith that God got you and could heal all things, right? Ta ta tu chi chi ti 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 ta beep 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 da da. And then they quietly, I'm saying they, I'ma just switch it to she, okay, for this round. And then she quietly and knowingly turns over her request or desire to her subconscious mind, realizing that the intelligence of her mind will answer her according to her specific needs. The most wonderful thing to know is this: imagine the end desired and feel its reality. Then the infinite life principle will respond to your conscious choice and your conscious request. This is the meaning of believe you have received and you shall receive. This is what the modern mental scientist does when he practices prayer therapy. I'll hear next section. One process of healing. There's only one universal healing principle operating through everything: the cat, the dog, the tree, the grass, the wind, the earth, for everything is alive. This life principle operates through the animal, vegetable, and mineral kingdoms as instinct and the law of growth. Humans are consciously aware of this life principle, and they can consciously direct it to bliss themselves in countless ways. I don't say bless, so bliss. There are many different approaches, techniques, and methods in using the universal power, but there is only one process of healing, which is faith. For according to your faith, is it done unto you. Okay? Okay. So you got more faith in the doctor saying you got 6 months to live, or you got more faith in source making you live through anything that anybody's put on you, or say, or whatever disease or imbalance or blockage or systematic infrastructure within your cells and organs that are not in harmony. You would you source made your body or no? Because if source made your body, that means source has the power to restore your body, correct? Or no? You talk to yourself and figure that out, right? You have to have that conversation with your logical mind and say, wait, I, I. All right. So the next section here is the law of belief. All religions of the world represent forms of belief, and these beliefs are explained in many ways. The law of life is belief. What do you believe about yourself, life, and the universe? It is done unto you as you believe. Mama gotta eat some food. I gotta eat some food. That's where my low energy is coming from. My stomach is starting to twist. So I'm gonna just get some seaweed for a moment. And then I did get some Yayo. Shout out to Yayo. Yayo got a 3.3 on their reviews. And Joe don't say why, because Yayo just so Papiano. Like I need to go review it. Maybe that's why, Shooties that love it ain't reviewing. I just saw some Papa Peter about Papa Peter. Love the synchronicity today that when we were leaving the storage, he was riding the bike to go home. And it was such divine timing because I stopped to use the bathroom. Mind you, I'm wearing a onesie, yeah, a one piece. So I had to take it down and do that, right? All of that. God didn't want to use the bathroom, right? I stopped and spoke to brother for a minute, like all these different pieces. I was so pissed because HRA was closed. We missed the dentist appointment, all these things. $50 charge when you miss appointments. So, and then HRA, my housing, like I'm ready to move. So I was ready to go there. But like synchronicities like that make me feel really well, really better. Starting to tune in your ear. Hold on. A moment. Let me satisfy my belly. Satisfy my belly. Oh. Mhm. I'm gonna pay the cost every time we come to Chuck E. Cheese for them trampolines, okay? Every time we come here, to chill here longer than an hour. You know, I say every time. So if it's gonna be in and out, not gonna. Well, maybe one day I would. Pay $13 just for an hour. Probably would. I take that limitation back. It was a scarcity thing. I was like, what's the point of paying $13 if you're gonna not be here for if he was jumping on it for 5 minutes and he wanted to, then I pay it because that's my baby. And when you got money like that, no business. $13 to jump on a trampoline for 20, 30 minutes. Like, yeah, go for it. No problem. But those scarcity limitations come up when, no. It's just you, and I owe it all to you. Ah, ah, mm. And scene. All right. The law of belief. All religions of the world represent. Hold on. You ready? Solisto. Solista. All right. The law of belief. All religions of the world represent forms of belief, and these beliefs are explained in many ways. The law of life is belief. What do you believe about? Oh, we said that. Yeah. What do you believe about yourself? Like, really think about that because shorties haven't really done any workbook type prompts, journal questioning, really heavy in here. Think and Grow Rich, it comes up a lot. Other books within the Essential Prosperity book, it comes up. Overcoming under earning. I mean, it's self inquiry is where it's at. Which the other one, Artist Way, that we read. Constantly asking you to look at yourself. So this is the one of the first times it's really bringing that up, and it's not even focused on that. But I want us to like really know, like that's what you have to do. You have to say, what do I believe about myself? What do I believe about what I could make in the world, whether it's actually create and actually receive money wise? What do I actually believe about my ability to give birth? Not if you're a man, like stop it. Just stop attempting to change natural law. We're not out here attempting to change the natural laws. It's the laws of the universe. We are not going against that, okay? But when you're programmed, and then when you're programmed though to believe something that is not true, like, oh, I was talking to a sis yesterday, and the person, somebody asked her, like, somebody said to her, like, no, like, you can't be living in a shelter. White people live here. It's like, you think white people don't live in shelter? But that's the man's mind, not the man, right? But like that was that particular person's mindset. And a lot of people who just fixated thinking low melanated, low, not regular low, because I'm type low melanated, all right? Like medium melanated. We don't low over there low, aka white. So many visuals that we've seen in movies and shows, in the newspaper, in our books, etc., has conditioned us to believe Well, those are the people that live a life of luxury. Where those are the people that travel in first class. Where those are the people who have the booming businesses. Well, those are. And even if nobody said to you, well, has melanated people, brown people, black people, Latina people, like African people, we're like, we never said that they are not it. Yeah, but you visually showed us that we're not it, even though we are it, and beyond that, right? So this is why I'm excited to create my other YouTube, which is literally focused on subconscious visuals, luxury visuals for highly melanated people. Because most of the visuals that I look up when I look for reprogramming my mind to luxury and abundance and ease and wealth, what skin tone is inside of the visuals? When you don't see yourself, it's hard to see yourself. But you see yourself being an entertainer, you see yourself playing basketball and football to make money. Like that's the abundance that you feel like you could tap into because that's what you saw. That's what you're exposed to. That's what makes sense to you logically because that's what you know to be true. So you got to really, again, tap in and say, like, what do I believe about myself? What do I believe about my potential? What do I believe about my purpose? What do I believe about what I could do here? What I could reach here, like what I could actually access. Like some people really don't ever believe like they could be multimillionaires. That not even if they don't even realize they don't believe it because they're not even looking towards that. That's nowhere on their radar. They thinking about, I want to buy a house and I want to have a see and that they could make it to work the next day and put food on the table and all these things instead of um thinking beyond that, right? There's an organization called Think Big, Start Small, right? They have tons of courses, open and accessible. They have live webinars, open and accessible to everybody who wants it. It's available. They have grants, open and accessible to anybody who wants it. There are just so many opportunities, especially in the business realm, that as long as you want it, as long as you want it, but you have to tap into yourself. What do I want? What do I really desire? Because before first of all, before I knew about my herstory, before I knew about the power of melanin, I wanted to be with a low melanin person so I could have a cute baby. I wanted to have a mixed baby because I thought they were so cute. That was my belief. That was my programming. Now, honey, if you think you could put this into me, baby, we can't even have sex, much less procreate. That's just me. I'm not mixing my mitochondrial Eve DNA, no COVID vaccine DNA, my highly melanated DNA. My DNA is so the bomb. Not saying yours isn't. I'm just saying I'm not with it. We not mixing, sweetie. And just like you had a whole series of you didn't want to mix, it wasn't no problem then when you didn't want to mix, right? So it don't need to be a problem now if we don't want to mix. Okay? If you about that mixy life, mix up. I'm just saying for me and mine. Yeah, and I mean God too, because like God ever, yeah, he will be surely programmed with your mother don't approve. I don't business how you feel about it. I business? It's my generations. It's my generation. It's my bloodline continuing. I business about how you feel about it. You obviously didn't business about, right? So don't business about what nobody feel. Do you? If that's what floats your boat, that's what resonates with you, go for it. I'm not saying not. I'm just saying I'm not. And me and mine is not. Okay. And there's not going to even be a position where they even go bring this home because of what they grew up around and what they grew up knowing about themselves. It's not going to be desired. It's just not going to be desired around here. Okay. It's undesirable. It's undesirable. In my lineage. Do you, sweetheart? Okay. Where were we? But yeah, what you feel like you can achieve, you got to see that. Like, if you look at your dreams and goal and it's never to be sovereign, it's never to be financially free, it's never to be healed of whatever you got going on physically or emotionally, if you do not see that as a possibility, that's a poor programming that they put in us. That's a programming. That's a belief that was wired and encoded and repetition that made it go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into who you are. But it ain't really who you are, because it's your choice to rewire who you think you are. And then when somebody say, "Yo, who you think you are?" You damn right I know who I am. But that's gonna take doing the work. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So belief is a thought in your mind, which causes the power of your subconscious to be distributed into all phases of your life according to your thinking habits. You must realize the Bible is not talking about your belief in some ritual, ceremony, form, institution, man, or formula. Okay? Talking about the blood of, okay, all right. But then if you talking about cannibalism, it's like you against that, you rejecting that, but you talking about cannibalism at the same time. I don't understand. I want to make sure you understand before you really talking about what you're talking about. Because we be so programmed to follow the play, to follow what's going on, to follow what's been done. Has your generation tapped into generational wealth yet? Or are you gonna? Oh, you're gonna wait until you die and go to heaven for that? Okay, sweetie, enjoy that. Enjoy that. I want you to have heaven here on earth. But if you believe that you have to die to receive that abundance that you are, that source is always pouring into you, then there's nothing we can do for you here. Like, because you are choosing to hold on to that anchor, to that root. So you gonna die on it, right? Then go for it. I'm not able. I'm only here if you open for more, then you can receive more because that's what Source want to give you more. Source want to give you what you want or better. I should have put that. Source wants you to want to give you what you want or more. Again, as long as it's in the highest greatness of you and those around on the planet. All right. Source is not about suffering. Source is definitely not about victimhood. Source is not about any limited beliefs that you got going on in your looping in your mind and in your life over and over and over and again. Right? When I choose procrastination, I'm not. What did the devil doing to me? What nobody doing nothing to me? I'm choosing that based on my own nervous system wiring, based on what I learned to do to keep me safe. And this is why we go to nervous system. I mean, I love the regulation word, but rewiring, restoring, reharmonizing. Okay. Okay, here we go. So you must realize the Bible is not talking about, oh, yeah, we said that. The belief of your mind is simply the thought of your mind. If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Mark 9:23. It is foolish to believe in something to hurt or harm you. Remember, it is not the thing believed in that hurts or harms you, but the belief or thought in your mind which creates the result. Well, ¿qué te pasa? I lost. Oh, that happens. My screen. Yeah. All your experiences, all your actions, and all the events and circumstances of your life are but the reflections and reactions to your own thought. Next section, last section in this 2 pages we're reading today. Prayer therapy is the combined function of the conscious mind and subconscious mind, scientifically directed. Now, I know when you hear spirit and science, you're like, oh no, that go this way, this go that way. You see how many times science proves spirit, right? Come on, like. So I'm not saying like, oh, just go lose spirit and just believe everything science says. No. But you definitely like don't be just disregarding science. Like see how it supports you and your beliefs. And if it's not supporting your beliefs, maybe look at your beliefs. But again, science still takes its time to catch up. So we're not going to give the goat to science. The goat goes to spirit. But again, science is really just a tangible reflection and like proof of spirit, like in the physical realm, right? And spirit is purely in the spirit realm. All right. So prayer therapy is the synchronized, harmonious, and intelligent function of the conscious and subconscious levels of mind, specifically directed for a definite purpose. In scientific prayer or prayer therapy, you must know what you are doing and why you are doing it. Bars. You trust the law of healing. Prayer therapy is sometimes referred to as mental treatment, and another term is scientific prayer. Now, Mama Mo gotta go study this, okay? Because teach me how to apply. I want like when I go to EFT and tap and feel better after that. My nervous system feels more regulated. I'm more calmer, and my body and in my behavior after doing a practice like that. That's I want to experience you talking about. So I'm not really clear on what that is and how that looks like and how to apply that, but I want to learn. Yeah. And apply accordingly. All right. So in prayer therapy, okay, talk to us. Talk dirty to us. All right, talk clean to us. Shut up. In prayer therapy, you consciously choose a certain idea, mental picture, or plan which you desire to experience. And shout out to that because I'm ready to go back to visualizing being in my house because the fact that I'm not in my house yet is like wild to me. Wild to me. Wild to me. Like, y'all, where's my check? Like, we May 1st, been first did it. We on the 18th. But I'm gonna have to go back and do that because I'm and I know that all is well, but you know how the anxiety and the fears and the worries and the doubts and things start to want to arise in the interim. And I talked about this on my Substack, that in between territory where you still got to be in your sovereign energy, you still got to be locked into source like nobody business. That's a workout. It really is. Okay, so you realize your capacity to convey this idea or mental image to your subconscious by feeling the reality of the state assumed. As you remain faithful in your mental attitude, your prayer will be answered. So, like my most recent visualizations, but I've been doing it here and there. So I'm just like, okay, we got to get back to doing it every day. Now we got to, but now I want to because we need to speed this up. We need to like something. Like, what's up, sorry? But you can't be like focused on the lack of it because that breeds resistance to receiving and being in alignment with. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep thinking about what I have been is us like move-in day. Move-in day, meeting other people, going into the elevator, just so happy. But the workout of, moving to and fro. Um, so I'm gonna keep just rehearsing that in detail. So as you remain faithful in your mental attitude, your prayer will be answered. Prayer therapy is a definite mental action for a definite specific purpose. And also my financial goal for July 1st. We're going to do more of like visualizing that happening and seeing that day and just being so excited, so grateful, so happy. I'm so proud. And I'm already feeling the pride. Like Cody Sanchez shared a photo today on YouTube. I shared it on IG where she was like, it's not supposed to be easy. Or something like that. It's supposed to be hard. And again, let's say, we about all ease, right? But the beginning stages of like becoming a different version of yourself, oh, it's hard. It's why not? It's like something in the ethers that's making you ask me for stuff you don't ask me for. I must be the energy. I tasted the cotton candy here. It was tasting all right. Sour apple. And then God was like, he want another flavor. I said, okay. And then I'm looking at the bag and seeing like they have a list of other flavors. And honey, ain't nothing in that kind of candy. Sugar, artificial flavors, and dyes. Sugar, artificial flavor, and dyes? Sugar, artificial flavor, and dyes? Oh, sad because we were playing with her even. God, God. Aren't there going to be more people that come to have some fun? Yeah. Yeah, I know you're sad. But you just gonna make like me when he cries. No, say something. God, would you like me to hold you? No. Next thing we're gonna do is point at ourselves because I got the notes. Ready? I've got the notes. Go. It's parenting. Just hold space for people. Space for your baby. See if you can support them. And may I support you in any way? And now I jumped in attempting to with halves, peeps or kids. Hear, acknowledge, validate, should. Yeah. Now both of them left. She's still there. There. She's with the family. Yeah. So she, even though she's still here at the moment, she's gearing up to go soon. That was it for the big way. So let's paddle left. Let's put those arms and paddle left. Now that we've brought those big waves, let's break out the surfboard because. All right, y'all. Let us suppose that you decide to heal a certain difficulty by prayer therapy. You are aware that your problem or sickness, whatever it may be, must be caused by negative thoughts charged with fear and lodged in your subconscious mind. You are unwell due to negative thoughts charged with fear lodged in your subconscious mind. Logged in your fascia, logged in your tissue, logged in your nervous system approach to life, logged in your thoughts, log in what you think about over and over again, what you focus on grows. Okay. And that if you can succeed in cleansing your mind of these thoughts, you will get a healing. Y'all really got to tune into Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton. They literally have proof of this. They have proof of this. People healing because of rewiring their thoughts and their bodies and all these things. Like it's out there. The proof is out there. So if you're choosing to remain unhealthy or living with some type of disease or cancer or whatever the case is, and you're like, well, God's just not healing me. All right, well, you're just not looking at all the ways that there are to open up to that healing. Because I promise you, if you still and this is and I know sometimes like, well, this happens to quote unquote good people. I bet you those quote unquote good people got some issues with boundaries, people pleasing, giving too much of themselves. Like there's something that's an imbalance that source wants you to balance out. And you will be free of that. You'll be back to your full health and wealth, baby. All right. You therefore turn to the healing power within your own subconscious mind and remind yourself of its infinite power and intelligence and its capacity to heal all conditions. As you dwell on these truths, right, and unlodge the stuff that's been dwelling within, your fear will begin to dissolve. And the recollections of these truths also corrects the erroneous beliefs. You give thanks for the healing that you know will come. And then you keep your mind off the difficulty until you feel guided after an interval to pray again. While you are praying, you absolutely refuse to give any power to the negative conditions or to admit for a second that the healing will not come, right? Like, I know we're moving. I'm just ready to move, you know? And the like having to take action on that is annoying. But again, we trading, we back to trading. So we're gonna be paying that ourselves. We're not gonna be concerned with no office, no organization, no nothing doing nothing. Here you go. Check is in. Bills are paid. Happily to do so because Wu Chow, depending on anything outside of source, is not it. It's truly not it. All right. So and that means source within. While you are praying, you absolutely refuse. Okay, but let's say it again. Yeah, while you are praying, you absolutely refuse to give any power to the negative conditions or to admit for a second that the healing will not come. This attitude of mind brings about the harmonious union of the conscious and subconscious mind, which emits the healing power. All right. So you got to believe it consciously and you got to believe it in your subconscious. The two of them link up. I saw the results I got follow. All right. That's it. That's it. Those are the chapters for the day. Thank you for coming to play and to listen. All right. Go ahead and you already know. Drop it in the comment. What's your biggest or some of your biggest takeaways? I would like to know. And the next person would like to know too, because that's super helpful. And we're here in the planet of oneness. We're all one, yeah? Yeah. So each one teach one. You already know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. More to come, more to come, more to come. And hasta mañana. I think I need a banana. Hasta mañana. All right, y'all. Peace. Love. Prosperity. Over here with the first eye. All right.